With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Wilson on second down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll look to throw. Going up top. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A handoff to Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Seahawks. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
All right, now look at 56.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Mario Edwards busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On second down, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now they're in the second quarter now in Oakland. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Patriot! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Detroit. Gun.
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Still going. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Williams now on the return.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Wilson again. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Williams to return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And Bullock will put this one through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but was 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tempo.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now the Bengals on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, a nice spin. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Right, 315.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said, because it actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Over, over, over. Back to that Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Come on, check on. Hey, easy. Check what you want.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. To throw again is Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Check 50, check 50.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hot, hot.
Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw again. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
95.
To throw is Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Bengals getting set to go.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a 1st down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cincinnati, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.